late to the party, and it's our first double dose match of 2018.
Yes, we've got two matches. The first match is going to be Scarpino versus Macuga. Now, granted, that was one of the Patreon matches, so a lot of you who are Patreons have already seen it.
Right, but it doesn't make sense for us to do a reaction to a Patreon-only match when the only ones that could see it are the Patreons. That just would be bad form. So we are doing it in connection with the other match released to the public, which is going to be McWeeny versus William Bibbiani.
Exactly, and I'm really excited to see the match between McWeeny and Bibbiani, the Beast versus the Godfather. And just in terms of both of them having the skill set as like in the Schmoedown, I feel like they're kind of the same as right now. Like when Bibbs came in, he like dominated in his first match. Granted, he came up short in a match with these people here, but you know, it's all in good fun.
Yep, and with all in good fun, we've got Macuga versus Scarpino, who, before the formation of the Wild Berries, we were actually hoping for a team with Macuga and Scarpino together, just because the Wild Man and the Producer Seducer they fit so well. Now, granted, why can't there be 3 wild berries? There isn't a limit in how many berries can be wild in a patch, a group, a clutch. What would you call that, a group of wild berries? Doesn't matter. It's wild.
Berries.
But we are going to get to the first match between Scarpino and Macuga now.
I have an unbridled drive to win and to succeed in life. No matter how many times I lose, no matter how many times I get beaten down, we'll never get crushed.
I love to compete. I will take on anybody. I'm a winner at heart. I've won before. Every time that I've stepped up since my run in the singles match, everybody thinks that was a fluke, and I'm proving them right.
I love the music.
It feels very Macuga-ish.
I haven't even seen the match yet. Absorb Scarpino into the Wild Berries, please. It's a good song.
Doing use of those non-copyright music.
Royalty free. Wild Birds! That's pretty good. I like it.
Welcome to the movie trivia showdown. Mark Ellis, Christian Harloff, and
Chili peppers on his
very
shirt.
special match with the obvious competitors.
Must be red hot.
This is the first ever Patreon match. This is the first Patreon match that if you are a patron, you would get this match 1 week early, and then this match will air on Collider Video, will be airing on Collider Video during the undercard. It will be an undercard of McWeeny and Bibbiani. And we got a lot of, look, we have at least 3 Italians on this card.
Yeah, I mean, quick, Christian, I didn't hear a lot of what you said because my ears are ringing from all the woos that were going on backstage.
Oh, yeah.
It sounded like Ric Flair met the movie Multiplicity starring Michael Keaton. What a matchup we
Harold
have
Ramis
today.
directed.
Well, it's so funny because like when we were going over like because Brianne Chandler who was helping us with the Patreon, we were talking about what would be the
There you go, signed it up.
what would be the best first Patreon match.
And we said anyone but Macuga and Scarpino,
Right.
and here we are today.
Now, but it just made sense. Like these two, when Scarpino made his debut against Mark Bernard, you're like, well, wait a minute, that's another version of Macuga. And then you said, he basically, not only does he call out Macuga, he wants to be on a team with him, but then in his next match against Rachel, he wears an I Love Macuga shirt, and they looked like they were destined to be a team. But then the Wild Berries happen, and so we don't have Scarpino and Macuga as a team.
But he could be part of the Wild Berries.
It's interesting you hit on that because I sense a bromance forming here, but then there
Already
is
formed.
deeply rooted history of hatred between the two men and the two families. So get this. So one of Macuga's parents and one of Scarpino's parents both hail from the Italian region of Calabrese. Their other parents both hail from the Italian region of Chuck E. Cheese. It's going to be a crazy matchup here today.
I like that only because I know how much research you put into it.
I literally Googled it.
I know.
Chuck E. Cheese.
But they do have kind of the same
That's not how
narrative
you
if you
say
look
it.
at it, because Scarpino
Beards.
He's beards for sure, but he's really good at trivia. The 0-2 record should not fool you because he went up against Bernardini, he went up against Cushing, and he sat in a murderer's row at the free-for-all and still wound up scoring like 3 or 4 points. Macuga has been one of the staples of the Schmoedown. He made it to the finals in the first tournament we ever had. He was almost a champion. He has gone very far in the singles league. He's had some very memorable, magical matches, if you will, but he's been on a skid in the singles. He's 7-8 right now. Him and JTE, I think, are tied for the most matches ever in Schmoedown history. He needs to win, and Scarpino needs to win, so this is a match that needs to happen.
At the end of today, will everybody be saying Scarpino, oh my lord, what a win for Nick, or will they be saying Macuga, that guy in his luck? Congratulations, Josh.
You're on fire today. I love this shirt.
Crushing it, as always, Mark Ellis.
All right, let's get to the interviews first. Here we go.
0-2 is definitely not where Scarpino wants to be right now. When I get on a plane to LA, I come here to win. I will not leave this place 0-3. Oh, he tells me Rachel Cushing, she's gonna go down easy. Oh, Mark Bernardini, they're gonna go down easy. You're putting a table of killers for the free for all, and I go in there and I get smashed. So I called Carlo, and I'm like, hey, Christian, what are you doing, buddy? Throw me a softball on this one. Give me a little meat and potatoes, you know, like a cold dish. And who does he bring me?
You got the softball himself, Josh McCoy. Softball? You're calling me a softball?
I'm not calling you a softball. I'm calling you a softball.
I think we're close enough friends that we would play on a softball team together.
Actually,
me, I am not a softball.
I actually asked him, I was like, can I just hang out with Mokuba for a little bit? And he was like, yeah, that sounds fun. Because, as you know, I don't understand, you're part of this Wildberries team now.
Wildberries, greatest team in the history of the Schmoedown. You can buy t-shirts anywhere. Listen,
What happened
Not anywhere.
to Beard to
Team
Beard?
Public.
Our team, Beard to Beard. Remember when I said that in my exit interview and you said, cool, we're on the team now, Beard to Beard?
Man.
I'm just saying. I've
Well-
been betrayed once, not gonna happen again.
it would have been beard to beard, but now it's beard versus beard in the ultimate singles. Listen, the fans have been asking for this. I am currently the master of playing in matches, not so much winning them. I'm coming off a knockout, not the best. And I love you as a person, as a friend, as a brother in beard. But I'm
That's the
gonna have
best
be
way to
your
walk
man,
off,
so-
too.
As one of the only other Italians in Los Angeles, sir, it pains me to say, but you are going down hard. Hard.
I could play a lot of jokes there about going down hard, but I'm not. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to put my
That's what she
best
said.
foot forward. Nick Scarpino, Italian versus Italian, beard versus beard, friend versus friend, in the ultimate Schmoedown, movie trivia, everything that Christian doesn't want me to say in the microphone right now, I am saying it.
Look, no surprise there.
Isn't that cute?
Scarpino's in the middle of giving his speech about how he wants to come back, and Macuga just crashes the interview, and then they look like they're ready to just go out and having a drink and not even realizing they're still playing a match.
Happy Valentine's Day late.
Way late. We're in March now, Mark.
I know, it's great to be here. Madness.
Way to show your cards. All right, so let's get to the tail of the tape. There you go. Josh Macuga and Scarpino have very similar strengths. You've got 80s movies, action movies. And what else is that strength? Read that right there, Mark. What's that say?
I think it says journey knowledge.
It says journey
Will it be early journey before Steve Perry joined the band? We're
Steve
about
Perry.
to find out.
No more
Ladies and
Journey
gentlemen,
Psycho.
it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing Kinda Funny, with a record
Is he gonna come out
of
with his-
0 wins,
The
2
lady.
defeats. He
I don't
is
Creepy
the
head.
producer slash seducer, Nick Scarpino. He knows how to make an entrance. Look at him.
He's not taking a call today. It's all business here. For Nick Scarpino.
He's ready.
Maybe the most confident 0-2 player we've ever seen.
Ever, because like I said, the 0-2 it should not. It doesn't really.
They spelled my name right, so that's good.
Scarpino.
And his opponent, representing the Wildberries, with a record of 7 wins, 8 defeats.
I got
He is
Macuga
the
in this match. Who you got?
2014 Ultimate
Yeah, if he comes out with
Schmoedown
Fireball,
The
I've got Scarpino.
Wildman, Josh Macuga!
I love you, Josh!
Where's the dance?
There's a nice hug.
Where's the dance?
Macuga and Scarpino.
He's waiting for it, he's waiting. And here's the dance, there it is, the famous Macuga Wildman
The dance
dance.
that took down
Oh,
Darren
there it is,
Hall
there it is.
once upon a time.
Wax it off.
He added a step there at the end, he's wild there.
He has defeated international television superstars with his dancing. Can he
I
defeat
don't know what it is,
Scarpino with his movie
but
trivia?
Macuga reminds me of Mac.
Mac from Always Sunny.
March 15th.
Dear God, are we already close to that?
All right, well, we are at a singles match.
Shit don't change.
Tell us the rules for round number 1.
Question real quick. So if you get them all right, you get a bonus. But because we're like really good at being entertaining and also handsome and have beards, if we get 5 right, can we get a bonus?
8 questions in round 1,
Great,
Christian
awesome.
Harlow.
Cool.
All right, Macuga, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Scarpino, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown! Round number 1.
That should
Here
be
we
the
go,
sound
guys.
effect
Next
for the
category,
round 1.
animated. Here you go, your first question.
Animated.
You'll find characters by the name of Chief Bogo, Nick Wilde, and Judy Hopps in what animated film?
Favorite animated
I think you
movie of
mean
all
Nick
time.
Scarpino, not Nick Hobbs.
Hopps.
My favorite
Christ,
of all
I'll have to
time.
bang on this
animated
one.
movie.
Yeah.
Probably still go 5.
3.
I don't know anymore.
2. 1. 10's down. All right, Macuga.
Okay, I know this movie.
So you got nothing.
Animals?
Animals is incorrect. Nick.
I just wrote an I and an N. Nothing really
All
there.
right, so you're both wrong. It's Zootopia.
Zootopia.
Zootopia!
Damn it! I knew it. I knew it.
Next category.
We're tied.
What an
man.
effort.
Still tied
Guys,
for first.
Still on track for that bonus point.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Christian, these two laying it
grabbing the
all
dead
out
marker.
there on the movie trivia desk. Your next category comes from the world of
No more.
comedies. Your question is, in Happy Gilmore, who plays Hal L., the sadistic orderly who runs the nursing home?
No, they look like they
Uncredited.
both know that. I mean,
Happy Gilmore, what happened to that Adam Sandler?
you know,
Can I
You know,
tell him?
what?
I got it.
4,
Took you a second.
3.
Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pull landscaping
All right, how
duty.
do they work?
I don't know.
Ben Stiller.
That's correct. Macuga.
Ben Stiller.
There you go. 1-1.
Mista,
It's-
get me out
Don't
of
hate me.
here!
What
but I
a
don't see
great
Happy
performance.
Gilmore.
All right, here we go. Category
Tasty.
3 is dramas, gentlemen.
So
Dramas.
good.
Who directed Black Swan?
Oh.
Black Swan. Not to be confused with Swan Lake, a ballet I attended last night.
Or not to be.
It was lovely.
You know you've never been to a
I don't know how to spell his
I went to
name.
one once. Don't recommend it. No.
There you go.
It's so long.
3,
You know what's worse?
2,
Musicals.
1.
I like musicals.
Macuga.
Darren Aronofsky.
You got it.
Yeah.
Darren Aronofsky.
There you go. There we go. So here we go.
I'd like, to,
Darren
I'd like to challenge
Aronofsky.
that. His Aronofsky looks a lot like you. It's kind of.
It's got an I instead of a Y.
No, yeah, no.
Spelling is.
How did you pronounce it?
Aronofsky.
Okay. Yes.
I'm
All
just. I'm.
All right. I thought you said Aronofsky. All right.
I'm more of a Judy Hopps kind of guy myself.
Macuga, the boy that cried Aronofsky on the desk. Your next question comes from the world of horror thrillers. Don't worry, Josh, there's no killers in the studio today. In 2017's Split, how many girls are kidnapped at the beginning of the film?
That's a difficult.
That's Split.
Difficult first
You
question.
know what's crazy is I've seen the beginning of Split like 4 times, but I've never made it past minute 10.
4.
Yeah.
Listener might lead.
2.
You didn't get to the
apologize.
part with Samuel L. Jackson in it?
1.
No.
Oh,
Is
that's
he
a
in
great
it?
part.
Pens down. All right. So Nick.
Figured he's
3.
in it.
That's correct. Who's?
3.
There you go. Tie game.
On
We
your
are the
Taylor
same
Joy,
person.
man.
It is. It's happening.
The witch.
It's happening. Okay. Next question.
Share a brain.
Okay, I'm going to throw this out there before we go to the next question.
Yeah.
Is a team allowed to have 3 members? Because I would like to invite Nick Scarpino to be a
To be a
member of
Wildberry?
the Wildberry.
I'd like to accept.
If he moves to LA and goes out of North California.
Let's call my wife.
Can we have a Northern Berries? The Northern
he can start the
Berries.
division in Northern California. I
Christian,
like
I'd be up for the
Northern
Wild
Berries.
Berries moving to
sounds
San
fun.
Francisco.
I appreciated that joke very
Thank
much.
you. Lost on the crowd.
It was lost in the crowd, but it was
Lost
brilliant.
on the
It was-
competitors.
It was brilliant. All right,
Yeah,
here we
I
go.
lost myself
it
in
was
the
good.
shirt, Mark. It's delightful.
All right, here, you should say
Spicy.
nothing on shirts, sir. Action adventure is your next category, gentlemen. What does John McClane use to swing down from the top of the tower to avoid the explosion in the first Die Hard?
Did you guys just pick questions
I don't
about movies that I
remember.
love?
You wish you had him against
What
Kalinowski.
does he
Yeah,
use?
Jesus.
Josh is that guy that
5.
rides in his friend's cars with his feet out the window because he's extra
It's a great way to air out
3.
your feet.
Horrific.
I don't
1,
remember.
pens down.
Curtains?
Macuga.
It would be a fire
That would
hose.
be correct.
Damn it,
Curtain
that's
ninja?
right.
No. Okay, next
Come
question.
Damn it.
Looks like a cat swinging
Yeah,
The
that's
world
right. I
of
forgot.
1980s movies. Movies came out in the decade of the 1980s.
Saw it for the first time
What
this Christmas.
That's
was
not
the name
true.
of Doc Brown's dog
That's not
in
true.
1985's Back to the Future?
Oh, I know.
Stealing some
I feel like
plutonium.
Didn't we
this is
have
just a
this-
question.
No, but then we had this conversation about like,
did you wanna
this
use
could be
GT rule?
like if it was his other
do
name.
it.
5,
Copernicus?
Yeah.
No, I'll keep it.
3, 2, 1.
Justin
Pens
Timberlake.
down. All right, and Scarpino.
Einstein?
Correct.
Einstein.
There you go.
See, Mark, I didn't need that old JTE rule. I need you getting in me like Enrico Palazzo.
I just watched the
jerk.
whole
So-
movie.
It's
for the
Enrico
first
Palazzo.
time.
Number 7.
Still the
Question
same as
number
watching
7.
it.
Fantasy sci-fi. Besides Leonard Nimoy, who played Spock in the rebooted Star Trek?
Did you know Dr. Spock wrote a book about how to raise babies?
How do you know that?
Yeah, I read a lot of stuff on the toilet. Yeah, Tiger
5.
Woods
Okay.
It's all Red
biographies.
Sea stuff. 3.
In order for me to get to his last name, I had to
One,
say
Pens
I had-
down. Pens
no, I
down.
had to say
Macuga.
Pinto.
Zach
I said
Quinto from
Quinto.
Pittsburgh.
Zachary Quinto.
Zachary Quinto.
Wow.
I don't know if Macuga
Quinto?
can ever miss a question of anything
Quinto?
related to
Quinto?
Pittsburgh.
That's correct.
All right, here we go.
Greatest city in these
Last
United
one.
States.
Last
Something.
All right,
Something.
romantic comedies. What is the name of Macuga's uncle's bar in Pitt? Sorry, I read the wrong one.
Oh, it's a place for romance and comedy.
Romantic comedies in The Devil Wears Prada. What
Great
star
movie.
of TV's The Mentalist plays Christian Thompson, a handsome writer that Anne Hathaway's character sleeps with during her trip to Paris? Scandalous things happen in France every time.
I don't.
Funny,
I don't
there's
remember
a
his
story
name.
about this actor.
I
I,
don't
saw him
remember
at
the
a
name.
bar. And he ordered from
I don't know his
waitress and
name.
said, Shouldn't you know?
I don't remember his name.
Blonde and dashing.
Yeah. I don't
1.
remember
Pens
his name,
down.
though.
Scarpino.
Nobody knows that guy's name.
Nope.
Macuga know it?
Simon Bateman.
That's correct.
Damn,
Macuga knew his name.
Wow.
Macuga takes a listen. Macuga
Simon?
old here. We haven't seen this Macuga in
I've
probably
seen like
6
mom
months.
watches
watches
The
this
Mentalist.
in
That's the only
Macuga
reason I
kind
know.
of breaking rank with what's happening
preferred
because
Lie
now
to
he's
Me.
one ahead of Scarpino. I thought these guys were
Tim
friends,
Roth.
Christian. All of a sudden, a rift has formed here.
This is my nightmare.
We have 1 point. 1 point here. So now we get to round number 2. Mark, how's it work?
I mean, I think Nick's here in LA. Be the gentleman. I'm letting him spin first.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, okay. All right. Scarpino's gonna
You're
go.
a gentleman and a scholar.
Mostly a gentleman.
Do you think this lasts for 3 rounds? Do you think they eventually start yelling at each other?
No, I mean this is.
He's
this
a
isn't
scholar of
technical.
Listen to
wild
it.
berries.
Feel it.
Macuga's been in some
Listening to
high
the
Constant through all
He's trying
these
to-
years has been
Feel it?
baseball.
But
He's
Macuga's
being
been in some
urged on.
high-profile matches.
And the spin.
No, 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 no.
Good spin.
He wants to out of
He
it.
wants Portman.
Yeah.
The
Will
easier
he
chant.
get Natalie?
Why do we go with that?
Christian doesn't have quite enough momentum.
And you're
To
gonna
get there, he's going to get
directors. Do you want to stick with directors or spin again? He's gonna listen to the
girls
crowd.
want you to spin.
Spin again because everyone wants to play.
Very Price
There's
is
a lot
Right
of
of
directors out
Scarpino.
there.
Here's the spin. Oh, he's doing it
Oh,
again.
that's a nice spin right there.
Natalie.
Natalie chant.
Natalie.
Never heard before. Here is the Natalie.
we got a
chant.
streak.
Just
We got a
watch
streak.
the
It's
Natalie
easier to
promo.
just chant Portman.
can chant Portman.
Portman.
Uh-oh.
Not going to be Portman, but it could be.
Portman.
Oh, action
Coming of age.
adventure.
Coming of age.
Coming of age movies, Scarpino will have to stick with that. Christian, I will defer to you as to who you want to ask the questions to.
That was amazing.
You like that?
All the way around. That was good.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and ask Nick?
Coming of age movies. Nick Scarpino, your first question. What seminal drama marked the first movie of Ice Cube in an acting role?
In an acting role. Boys in the Hood.
That's what
Is
I
it
was
A,
thinking.
Juice, B, Boys in the Hood, C, Menace to Society, D, Straight Outta Compton?
Can you repeat those one more time,
I was
please?
thinking
Is
Boys
it
in the
A,
Hood too.
Juice, B, Boys in the Hood, C, Menace to Society, or D, Straight Outta Compton?
I'm gonna say juice.
That is incorrect, Josh Macuga.
I say Boys in the Hood.
Give him a point.
Point. Macuga taking the
It was,
Yeah,
an,
Boys
it
in the
was an
He was
easy
the-
answer.
the
But
brother
like
who was
you never know,
the
you're like
gangster. Remember?
because you don't know. You're like,
Yeah.
wait,
Juice was way
which
too
one?
late.
You know,
That
was
was
like
It's a
not
big role in Boys in the Hood
I
to
thought
be
it
his
was Doughboy,
first.
wasn't it?
I mean, he's on the cover with
I was gonna say New Jack
Cuba
City,
Gooding
but-
Jr.
Question
Doesn't
2.
makes it all of them.
Your next question, in the movie Perks of Being a Wallflower,
Shot in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Stuck with directors.
who played Charlie's English teacher and mentor, Mr. Anderson?
Multiple choice, please.
Give me multiple choice.
Never saw it.
Is it A. Dylan McDermott, B. Tom
Dermot Mulroney.
Savini, C. Paul Rudd,
Nicholas
or D.
Bond?
Nicholas Braun?
Braun.
I'll say Dylan McDermott.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go
D.
with Paul Rudd on this.
Give him a
one.
point.
Really?
Got it.
Well done. I didn't even know the other
I
three
know that
actors.
Ezra
I don't know
Miller
what that
and
movie
Emma
is. I just
Stone
like Paul
are in it.
Rudd.
I know
great.
Emma Stone.
Your next question.
Emma
man.
Watson, not
In
Emma Stone.
I was gonna say, you threw me off on that
1987's
one. Yeah,
Adventures
Emma
in Babysitting. What actor is
saw
credited
this.
as
Oh, wait.
playing Thor, the truck driver?
Vincent
Vincent
D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio.
How does he know that? What a random
It's my wife's
nugget
favorite movie.
of trivia there.
She loves that movie. Chicago, shot Chicago. John Hughes.
Midwest.
Nick Scarpino, your last question. You've achieved a lead on Josh Macuga, a feat only done by 17 other competitors. Who directed Joseph Gordon-Levitt in 500 Days of Summer?
Mark Webb.
2 more points for Nick Scarpino, and all of a sudden Macuga is looking up at
Also
Nick
Spider-Man.
Scarpino.
So we
Amazing
went from that
Spider-Man.
to
That was
Amazing Spider-Man.
499 days too many, in my opinion.
All right, Macuga, you're up on the
I
list.
like Amazing Spider-Man.
Macuga's going to
I
now
like the
spin,
first
and
one.
Macuga has
I
had
did
great
not
luck
like
in
the
the
second
past.
one. I don't really care for the
He was
second
known in 2016. He had a wonderful
Little
run.
dance that he's
He
got.
beat
There you go.
JTE. In a
Also
memorable
from
match.
Pittsburgh, the
Here we go.
Charleston.
There's the spin.
Did you know Josh has 10 minutes of stand-up based on 500 Days of Summer?
We're dancing
Oh, there's Scarpino getting in there, too. These guys, shocking to hear they've been laid. And we are about to get to the slice that he spun. Is it going to be opponent's choice? Look out, Christian! Oh, no! Okay, but Christian, what does Scarpino do here? Because they've been so friendly, so now Scarpino does have the option to give his buddy
Natalie.
a good way.
Natalie.
He's going to go
Natalie.
Portman! He's going Portman!
Natalie.
He wants Natalie Portman. Okay.
You can't spin it again. He's going to go to Natalie Portman. Wow.
This is everything that it was billed to be.
I don't know if this is a good or bad category. I just really
I
like
don't
Natalie
either.
Portman.
Just ask a bunch of questions about
Leon the
beautiful-
professional.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. About beautiful people.
All right, here we go.
How's the hair?
Your first question.
It's
Looking
going.
good?
It's coming.
Natalie Portman film.
It's
Who
bugging me,
directed
sorry.
Natalie in Leon, the Professional?
Luke Besson.
That's right. I was totally blanked on it. I'm like,
you know, this is like. I'm gonna need multiple choice.
5. 4.
Multiple
You went
choice.
to Oh, you're A. Luke Besson. B. John Woo. C. John Frankenheimer. D. Catherine Bigelow.
As much as I love the name John Frankenheimer, it's Luke Besson.
For 1 point. All right.
I knew it. I knew
Clap
it.
for him.
Directed by John Frankenheimer.
All right, I got it.
It's a great name for like movie commercials. It doesn't matter what the movie is. Slappy in the Egg, directed by John Frankenheimer.
Natalie's character lives with epilepsy in what film?
Garden State.
There you go.
Okay.
yeah, it was Garden State.
She's
Huh?
got that awesome shot in
Okay.
I was like, what's
No
the
girl
one
ever
she
looked
gives
finer in
birth
the
at
helmet
Walmart?
than Natalie Portman.
That
Anywhere
was
but here.
Nowhere.
Anywhere but here.
Is it anywhere but here?
Released
Anywhere
in
by here.
2005. What was the first film for which Natalie Portman received her first Oscar nomination?
V for Vendetta?
You said 2005. Can you repeat the question?
I feel like that movie came out in
Released in
2005.
2005. What was the first film for which Natalie Portman received her first Oscar nomination?
Because that's the same year that Revenge of the
How
Sith
many
came out
multiple
too.
choices?
A. Garden
2005.
State. B. Closer. C. Parisia Tem.
You know what? It might
D.
be Garden
The
State.
Darjeeling Unlimited.
I don't know.
Darjeeling Limited. Isn't it?
The Darjeeling Limited.
Darjeeling Limited. I
Tough
can't
round
Darling
there for
Limited.
Christian Harlow.
do it
The
again.
Darling Limited, ladies and gentlemen.
I said
Man, I'd say
Darjeeling
Garden
first.
State out of those.
The Darth
but-
Maul
Yeah.
Limited.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it there, big guy.
Darjeeling Limited. Now you
Yeah,
fucking
because
guess
V
what
for
it is.
Vendetta came later.
I think it's
You're right.
closer.
And you'd be right.
Yeah.
He's got a lead.
Great movie.
Back
Great
in
movie.
the lead.
I'm going to
Clive
dock,
Owen's
I'm
never
gonna
been
dock
sexier.
him
Ooh,
3 points
Clive
for mocking. All right,
So
here we
he
go.
tried to
And
do
your last
surgery on
one.
himself
Last
with
question.
the Nick.
Natalie Portman describes what comedy title character as almost too good-looking during a short cameo?
Whoa.
Almost too good. Short cameo, almost too. I'm gonna need multiple
Anchorman
choice.
2?
A. Zoolander. B.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim. C. Austin Powers. D. Ron Burgundy.
What character? See, Ron Burgundy, but It's
I'm gonna say
Zoolander.
Zoolander.
1 point.
Yeah, Zoolander.
Okay.
He was a big fan of the first Zoolander.
Because Ron Burgundy was
He's
in
got
the
himself a
80s,
2-point lead here
so-
going
He
into
does.
the
Natalie
third
Portman doesn't
round.
work.
And now, Mark, how's the third round work?
In round number
Yeah, that's
3,
true.
we are going to get a series of Joshua Hercules. What 3 letters?
I wish that was
numbers
his
would you
name.
like?
I'm gonna go Jerome Bettis 36, Louis Lips 88, and Greg Lloyd 95.
None of those are from 1 to 20.
I would also like 95.
I'm gonna go 3, 9, 19.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Great numbers. If I do
Scarpino.
say so
I'm going to
myself.
go 13,
Whoa.
14,
Oh!
15.
All right, so here we go. We start with
Don't mix it up. Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
Scarpino. Nick, it's a 2-pointer here
what
to
she
tie the game and send it back to Macuga. Category new releases.
Ooh.
New
Clear the
releases.
mechanism.
Who voiced the Boss Baby in, you guessed it,
Alec
the Boss
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
2 points, ties it
Whoa.
up, throws it back to Macuga.
You were a big fan of that movie.
I like that movie.
Second
Really
only
good.
to
Yeah,
Jesus
it's good.
Dog that year.
Now,
Oh, it's 10 minutes.
Macuga has
Doesn't like it.
category 3.
Josh Macuga, we
Adam
go to you
Maitland.
for 2 points and the lead.
Ooh.
Your question is from the category of 80.
Whoa! All right.
Who plays Goose in Top Gun?
Anthony Green. No, Dr. Green is his name. It's Anthony Edwards.
2
Yeah,
points.
I was
I was
like,
concerned about
I was gonna say Michael Anthony Edwards, and then
I was going to say Anthony Hopkins. That would have been
and then
amazing.
Michael Anthony Hopkins. Yes.
Yeah,
we go
Green
back
was
to
his last name in
Scarpino
AR.
for his 3-pointer Christian.
You chose 14 for your 3-pointer. Category of sports.
Home run,
Category of
touchdown.
My
field
least,
goal.
my least favorite category.
All right. Who played the manager of the Oakland A's in Moneyball?
Brad Pitt.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
The most confident I've ever seen an incorrect.
Yeah.
The only
the
person he
manager.
knew in the movie, Brad
I
Pitt.
don't
It was
remember
actually
that.
It
Philip
wasn't
Seymour-
Jonah Hill.
It was Philip
Philip
Seymour Hoffman.
was the manager.
No, he's the
You're thinking of the
manager.
owner. All right, so now it comes down to the
Okay.
5-pointer.
the owner
Now,
of
if
his-
Scarpino hits it, it goes back to Macuga. But if he misses it, Josh Macuga will have his first victory since defeating Tom Dagnino of last year. All right, here we go.
Right, Dick.
All right, it's the truth. What do we do? 15. Category 15. You chose Tom Hanks movie.
The answer is Brad Pitt.
Tom. All right. In the Green Mile.
Sorry.
In the Green Mile. Who plays the prison warden, Hal Morris?
I don't remember their names at all. I don't remember any of their
Yeah,
names.
but who was just the warden?
I know.
I don't even remember who the
I
warden
don't
is.
remember like the like I can picture it in my head, but I
Wanna
can't
see Gary
remember
Sinise?
the names.
And your
Dang.
winner!
Yeah, I don't remember who the warden was.
It's
Bittersweet. It's bittersweet.
Scarpino left it all out there. You can see the exasperation. You can see the exhaustion.
Yeah, the answer was James Cromwell.
James Cromwell. He can
Yeah.
talk to pigs and he
Now
can
I
walk
see
someone
it,
down
yeah.
the Green
I still
Mile.
don't
Macuga
remember.
coming over to
I still
console
don't
his
see it.
buddy after his loss.
But Macuga.
Such a sad movie.
Gone well.
Oh, well, then now he's throwing some shade, Christian. I don't know how these
Tim Apple did
post-game
it too,
interviews are
right?
going to go.
He did the Wildberries dance, almost did it right out the door, but he didn't. But Macuga's back here. He's 8-8. He got himself back to 500. Now the question: who's going to play next? Macuga just ate
Wheels.
it.
You got to take the
Macuga
wheels.
just ate it. All right.
That chair comes hot.
And it comes in hot. A couple people almost ate it, and Macuga did eat it. So that's a blooper for the patrons. All right. So now we also Nick Scarpino now. 0-3. What does he do next? We're going to have to find out as we talk to Brianne Chandler, who is with both Scarpino and Macuga together. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans and patrons? I'm Brianne Chandler here with first place finisher Josh Macuga and second place finisher Nick Scarpino.
Second place. He lost. And I
That's
won.
also known as second place.
Oh, right.
Yes,
Got it.
I'm trying to change the verbiage here, you know.
God,
You're not
that's smart.
first, you're
It's
last.
Less
Yes.
bullying, less cyberbullying.
Here's what I liked. Okay, Nick, here's what I really liked.
Yes.
I enjoyed that you both...
I wanted that Patreon belt. I wanted it back.
There's no
The pa-
Patreon belt.
There is a
Wait.
Patreon belt. I'm making it.
Are you making it?
No, I'm not.
Can I have it?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you.
I love how in sync you guys both were when you came out for your entrances. Both had that arm through the curtain as the first thing. Did you coordinate that?
We're just no. We just great minds think alike, and
Listen.
we have great forearms. The
You
two
know,
of us. Show
listen.
them your forearms. Show them the babies. Show them the babies.
You know how it goes. Listen, don't work out any other muscle in your body, just your forearms. That was Lou Ferrigno's choice. That was Schwarzenegger's choice. That was Stallone's choice. They're big forearm guys. But I feel like I'm digressing here. What the people know is that Hugh Jackman may be in the movie The Greatest Showman, but The Greatest Showman in the history of the Schmoedown are Nick Scarpino and Josh Macuga. If you wanted us in every match, we would do it, and we would still score about the same. Now listen, are we the greatest competitors? No, but we are hands down the most entertaining. That's why the Northern Berries will join forces with the Wild Berries at some point down the line for a three-way team live match, live from Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall.
4,000 people, all the belts, none that we wear, just from friends that bring belts.
Wow, this bromance is bigger than when Christian met Dino's Pizza.
Yes.
I don't even know
Dino's
what to do with
Pizza.
this
Yep.
bromance.
Man, I haven't heard that
I
in a
don't
while.
know. 0-3.
Well, they were jerks.
So, are you?
That's true.
I mean,
Broke Christians.
Are you gonna
Stop
keep
doing
doing
carpools because of it.
Wins and losses. It is efforts
Not really.
and better
The
efforts.
thing is that I had a great time today. As you guys know, I'm one of the most requested people to come back to LA. People love me, back by Papa Man. And I got to hang out with two of my favorite people, Josh and the big man up there. Big man up there.
big man up there. Like, oh, okay. I was thinking something completely different.
Not God.
Now you're at 8-8.
Yeah, solid
So,
500. I feel like my whole life, 16 matches, my whole life has been about 500. Some wins, some losses, some knockouts, you know, all of that combined to make me probably the greatest competitor that's ever been at 500 in the history of the movie trivia Schmoedown.
So what's next for you?
Well, listen, I think that my heart was stepped on and I was betrayed by a little guy by the name of Cody Hall. He may be 27 in years, but he's 18 in
Is
vision.
he gonna call out
And when
Cody?
I come in at a solid 500, 8-8, 552 points scored in the history of the Schmoedown, they are all coming for Cody Hall. We had a fantasy thing together, we had a great life plan, and you went and threw it all away.
Cody, you suck.
Oh my gosh.
You suck, Cody.
So look out, Cody Hall.
Look out, Cody Hall.
But before that, we're gonna see the Wildberries versus the Real Rejects March 15th
Live!
at the L Portal. Theater.
Whoa!
So join us for that. Thank you so much for
Which
joining us.
reminds me, what the
Back to
hell
you
was
guys.
Ricky saying to Cody Hall that one time in that
Natalie
podcast?
Portman.
Did we ever find out what he was saying
Natalie.
to Ricky?
Natalie.
Or Cody?
Natalie.
Ricky to Cody?
Natalie.
As you could
It's a loose
imagine,
end.
it was
Tie it
pretty
up.
wild back there. No pun intended. Macuga calling out Cody Hall, saying he doesn't like where he went with Lon. The fact that he
I
went
was
with Lon
surprised
Harris.
to see that. Yeah,
Me
some
too.
anger in his eyes.
Will it happen? Will it happen? We do not know. We'll have to see. All right, and so Cops are shaking his head. Can't believe that happened, and that I didn't.
You know,
inform him
he's
about it.
he's
so upset.
he's still got the competitive fire Copster does, and he infuses all of that in the glares he gives us during the shoot.
Right. Okay, so that's it. That's the match so far between Scarpino and Macuga. It was everything I thought it would be. It was crazy. It was a good match. They knew a lot of the same things.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, I liked watching it. It was such an entertaining match. But these guys do know some stuff about movies, and I'm happy to say between the two of them, they have accumulated 8 victories in the Schmoedown.
Yeah, well, that's very true. Okay, so now that is the first match here. Again, for all you patrons, you got to see this match 1 week early, and for everyone else, get ready because now you've waited the week. You've got
Look
the
at all them
match.
patrons.
And now
Jacob
you're going to
London.
have McWeeny versus
I know some of these
Viviani.
names.
It's coming up in just a few.
It was not a barn burner. It was ridiculously
Hilarious.
over the top funny. Yes.
And Macuga definitely had what we were thinking. Bring Scarpino over to the Wild Berries.
The triple wild berry. Why not? If 2 is good, then 3 should be, I don't know, just a bunch of drunk guys having fun. But yes, it sounds like I didn't know Scarpino was not in the area, so he has to fly in every time he wants to compete. That sounds familiar. So that's why we haven't seen him really a whole lot, but makes sense. Now, Macuga, yeah, if he's not chugging Fireball, he's going to probably do pretty well in his matches. So he had some good pulls, Darren Aronofsky. I guess both of them had Darren Aronofsky, but Scarpino's spelling was a little left to be desired.
Yes, but I'm looking forward to seeing what we have coming up next.
So we've got Bibbiani versus McWeeny, and hashtag who you got for that?
I got McWeeny. Sorry, Clark. Sorry, Chris.
Oh yeah, because you're going up against their bibs. And just because we have that rivalry going with critically acclaimed, and McWeeny's coming off of the hot streak that is their championship run. At least, they didn't
For
make
teams.
it, but they barely almost made it through the championship. But you're right, Teams, he fell short.
No, teams he fell.
I'm sorry, singles he fell short. Teams he went all the way.
Right, singles he fell short.
Right, and that's where we're at, singles. So let's find out who's going to come out as the bigger, better trivia person in the Schmoedown.
Now.
I had a lot of anger in me last year. It was a rough time in Beastland, and the time away from the Schmoedown has given me an opportunity to reflect and relax.
Yeah, that's us.
And come to terms with the beast within. So you're going to see a new kind of beast here in the Schmoedown this season.
See, that question was tough, though. What was the name of the character in Little Miss Sunshine?
People that I have to go head-to-head with.
knows.
People that are going to push me and challenge me. I think this is a really good place to start. I'm going to make my mark this season, and I'm going to leave a wake of bodies in my trail.
Yeah, where'd you guys get the music for these? I love them. So is Bibbs going more like the nice route this year?
I don't know.
They switched sides.
He's like, I'm not having it today.
Welcome back to the main event of today's
Yodi at
card.
the table.
I'm Ken Knapsack. That's Mark Riley. We're giving Christian and Mark a little bit of a break, so we can go back, have some crafty. Sometimes I'm honored to be around you, but because of that jacket, it's so cool.
They're eating at the craft service table.
I'm glad to see you too.
Which is also the conference
It's good to have you
Which
here.
is also just Dino's Pizza.
This version.
What do you think about that first match? Josh Macuga, Nick Scarpino.
Good match. It was a good match. Good to see the Wildmen back in the ring. Good to see Nick Scarpino back in the ring. And Macuga looked pretty good there for
he did.
for coming back in. You know, I know he's a part of the Wildberries who have yet to win, but there it is. But Macuga was back. They have the fans, and Macuga pulls out the victory.
And of course, you would have seen that match, Macuga, Scarpino, a week early. Special on Patreon if you're a Patreon supporter. You can go to patreon.com/Schmoedown to support and get wonderful rewards like that, Mark Riley. But speaking of rewards, Mark Riley, we have a reward here. Main event time. Drew McWeeny, the Godfather, versus William the Beast Bibbiani.
Two titans of the Schmoedown. Bibbiani has had some missteps. He was anointed the next champion, but he's faltered a little bit, and Drew McWeeny is a force to be reckoned with. So this should be two interesting people taking on the Schmoedown.
Right, and, growl, William Bibbiani, I know what you're saying. When you get anointed early, that brings its own pressure, but I still think he is one of the reasons people tune in. He is such a force, such a personality, and both these guys have some comments right now.
Hey everybody, growl, missed you. You in the back, you there, nice shirt. I had a lot of anger in me last year.
No, he's probably talking about yours.
It was a rough time
a better shirt.
in Beastland, and I think the time away from the Schmoedown has given me an opportunity to reflect and
dig in the suit, though,
and come to terms with
blood red and black.
I gotta admit, I kind of went away at the end of last season.
Ditching the suit jacket, the blazer.
How I had approached the season. And I think the difference was after that team tournament, and after I competed with Sam, and I really got a taste for how to play this game well, I realized that I had been kind of floating through the singles stuff and having fun and, racking points up and stuff, but I did not take it seriously. So I went away and I kind of thought about it, and I'm hungry this year.
We were considered the next big thing together. I think it's because we look exactly the same. But, last year kind of didn't quite go the way anyone expected. So I think we're both really, really glad to be facing off against each other now, where there's a little less pressure, where neither of the competitors are JTE. This is going to be a good environment. This is a relaxed environment. We're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I'm going to go out there, face Drew.
JTE's everyone's kryptonite, man.
I think there's been some expectation for
GT
Viviani and I
Snyder's
to
kryptonite,
go
too.
head to head, and I think part of that is because he looks like a clone of mine that someone stopped making halfway through. But I think also it's because he brings a lot of knowledge to the table, and that is clearly something where it then comes down to the game, and it then comes down to how quick you are with recalling things and pulling things up, and that's where I think I have him. I've been watching Bibbiani's matches, and I think he gets in his own head, and if he doesn't, I'll get in his head for him.
Oh man, jeez, I don't even know if I can do one of my patented giant intros. I think I just might just pop out this time. I think I'll just pop out.
When I accept a match
do get
this year, that is the
exhausting.
same thing as me putting a hit out on somebody.
Put a lot of effort
They
into
get in
that
my way,
energy.
they're going down. Because
hurt
this
your game.
season, I'm serious about this. I want a belt. I would love a team belt. Maybe I'll just take Sam's, and then he can share one with me as well. We'll see what happens.
There you go. 50-50.
All right, there you hear it. Game time. Game time. This is like unmovable object versus like the unmovable object. They're just, that's
the
how it
metaphor.
works.
That's how it
All
works.
right.
These guys know their stuff. This is going to be a barn burner. I can tell. I can't wait to see this thing get started.
All right, a little tail of tape action. The Godfather, Drew McWeeny, you know his strengths. It's basically everything.
Everything.
But classics, 80s, 90s. I mean, there's nothing this guy doesn't know.
70s.
I would like to
70s.
see
But,
McWeeny
you
go
know,
up
the
against
same could be
Tim.
said for the Beast.
If
William
Tim could
Viviani,
ever get there.
classics,
I don't think we'll ever
Fosters,
see Tim again.
directors,
Man's
these are
busy.
two well-rounded
Way
competitors.
busy.
So, with that said, Mark, are you ready?
I'm ready to see these two in action. Let's get it started.
Then it's time for the movie trivia.
We try and get Tim, and he lives right down the road. So Burbank's going to be even harder.
Introducing first, with a record of 3 wins and 3 defeats and 1 knockout.
Musical arrangement.
Representing the Growling Commandos, here is William the Beast Viviani.
New version of Charlie Closer's song theme.
We're waiting for
Yeah,
Bibbs.
he posted it in the
Not
You heard
here.
the music?
It is.
Yeah, the
He did a
music's
little
playing.
clip for
Is Adam
like
Smith,
a thing.
Cody Hall? Cody
Is
just
he,
presses buttons randomly. I
where
don't think he knows. I don't. Can I get a something from
Oh no.
Eat Across the Street today too? I've done that.
Oh no.
This way. Can I get like a?
What'd they do?
commissioner?
What'd they do to Riley?
Okay. Can we?
What'd you do to
Copster, can you get
Riley?
a bag? Copster, can you?
Are you serious?
What in the hell?
But you killed
Okay. Well,
You
looks
can't
like
come
Mark
back.
Riley has
You
died.
can't bring him back.
I'm gonna need to notify his next of
Yeah,
kin.
no,
but
Riley,
you know
you
what?
better
I'm
not
here
get
to
back.
announce. Finally, I get the opportunity
Good
to
job, guys.
do
Stick
this.
with it.
What is
Yep.
it?
Yep. Hell yeah.
I already made the funeral arrangements for Mark Riley, and
Send his widow a corsage.
no, he's going to be all right. Fortunately, I don't know how we got great doctors here. in
But
Schmoedown.
are you here to tell me who's going to announce next to me, or?
Yeah, I do. You want me to announce who's
Yeah,
coming in?
please let me know. Is Emma coming?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ken's replacement,
Right.
the true commissioner and former
What?
champion, Christian Hall. That's me. That's me.
Can we
You
get?
know? Well, that's
That's
me.
a funny joke, but I don't want to be in a confined space with you.
Would you like to leave?
No, I'd like. All right,
here
let's
we go.
just call.
Let's just do this.
I thought
Okay,
he was
so
bringing out
I'll do the
Dad
intro
to
then.
well, you
replace
did the
Ken.
intro to Bibbiani, and you
what it
got my
sounded
friend
like.
killed, so I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. And his opponent, representing Above the Line, part of the 2017 Rookie Team of the Year. He is also the 2017 Team Ultimate Schmoedown winner with a record of 3 wins, 2 defeats. He is the Godfather, Drew McWeeny. There's Drew. There's Drew. He's This is a match. This is a pay-per-view battle that we've got going on here. The two of these guys. People thought this would be a championship match at one point. We got them now. I feel treated.
Titans of film journalism and trivia. This is going to be a treat indeed. Well, take it away.
All right, I'm ready to go here. Round number 1 works like this. Then, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Can I just say, hang on, can I just say one thing? You didn't ask if we were ready.
Are you ready?
We didn't, I didn't even get all of the rules.
He's always trying to game the system. He's trying. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, come on.
All right. Well, how many times you played this game?
This would be the 18th.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So, and see, Drew's smiling because he's a nice person. All right, here we go. All right. So, do you really need more of the rule breakdown?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. So, you ready to go, my lovely?
Yes.
You are.
I am now.
Drew, are you ready to go?
Oh my God, good to go.
All right, then how about this? Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
There we go.
All right, number 1. This is the
lines.
category of animated. Prince Philip is the prince from what Disney animated classic?
You know, in some cultures, I'm considered royalty.
Okay.
That doesn't impress you?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I ignored you for that first part of it. I'm sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Drew.
Sleeping Beauty?
Sleeping Bee.
Sleeping Bee.
I can't give it to you.
Okay.
Sleeping Bee.
But I had Sleeping Beauty.
You did.
And I spelled it out.
Remember, don't forget about repeat the questions if you can't get your answers down in time. But Sleeping Bee, I can't.
That's what Robert had to do for me.
The stalling for time rule.
Yep.
Okay, so again, remember, you can use the repeat if you can't get the answer down in the 15 seconds.
See what I mean about repeating the rules?
Okay.
Okay.
So, fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi is your second question, Ken.
All right, guys. Name the actress that starred opposite Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig as Ella in John Favreau's 2011 sci-fi western Cowboys
I had her name
and
in my
Aliens.
head, and I forgot it.
I saw an alien.
Oh my God.
Well, nice person.
Yeah. We had a good time. We shared Del Taco.
Oh God.
5.
Can you repeat the question?
I'm gonna.
Name the actress that starred opposite Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig as Ella in John Favreau's 2011 sci-fi western Cowboys and Aliens.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
can't
Bibbs.
remember.
I can't do that.
Correct.
Olivia Wilde.
I'm not having a day. It's Famous
Oh,
Jansen.
Fancy Jansen. Okay, so Drew.
It's close.
She would have been good in it.
Could I remember the last name?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
She wasn't there.
No.
Dramas. Dramas is your next category. Who directed 2008's The Wrestler? So far, Bibbiani coming out strong here with a 2-point lead over The Godfather.
I thought that was a documentary for a long time.
What's that, The Wrestler?
Kind of is.
Really? 5,
Yeah.
4,
Very true.
3,
remember
2,
who
1.
it
Pens
was.
down, and Drew.
That would be Darren Aronofsky.
That's correct.
Same,
On the board,
damn.
and
Darren Aronofsky.
still perfect after 3.
On the
So
board.
3-1 here.
We
as
know some
get
of his.
to the
We
next
don't know
question.
all.
Question 4, category
I know
is horror,
the ones with
thriller,
Natalie
horror,
Portman.
thriller. In what 90s horror film will you hear the quote, "Do you like scary movies?"
Bibbiani.
I didn't write it. It was
know,
some kid
now-
intern in St. Louis.
Now, if you watch Bibbiani's interview, he's a liar. Because he said he wasn't
Such a good movie.
going to
I love
question
it.
anything. He's just going to play the game, but he's already yelling at everybody. 5, 4,
Murder gives me confidence.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Bibbs, I hope you get this one.
Scream.
You got it right. Okay. And
That would be Scream.
that was Scream.
You
Okay.
screamed. I screamed.
4-2.
Bibbiani.
Bibbiani still perfect.
Perfect so far, yes.
Action adventure is your next category for question number 5. Who played Jane Porter Clayton in 2016's The Legend of Tarzan?
I once fell from a tree while screaming. That's close enough to what the movie's plot was about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drew.
That would be Margot Robbie.
That would be correct. Bibbs.
Trying to
would
remember
also
her
be Margot
name.
Robbie.
Wow, okay, so look at Viviani.
I was trying to remember her name.
That's what the people say. Okay, here we go.
All right, guys, 6th question. The category is movie release dates. Movie release dates.
Movie release.
All right.
Here's where it ends.
Spider-Man 3 was released in what year?
Viviani not having confidence.
Memory does not serve here.
No, not that one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bibbs.
2007?
That's right.
correct.
Yes.
And
Hold it out.
McWeeny.
I thought they were closer.
That's
correct. All right.
I thought
6-4
the other
though.
one
This
was
is the
still
battle that
perfect.
we're looking for. All right, here's your next question, guys. Oscars. Which one of the following 1989 films was not nominated for Best Picture? Dead Poets Society, Field of Dreams, or Born on the 4th of July?
You want to go outside and have a catch?
I would love to. That'd be nice.
All right, let's go.
See you later.
Nice try.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Bibbs.
Field of Dreams?
I said Bibbs, and that's
You
correct.
said Bibbs.
I did.
Okay.
That is incorrect. And Drew.
Then I also have it wrong.
It was Born on the 4th of July.
See, I thought it was because in In and Out
All right,
they
guys.
make like a
Final
whole
question.
joke
This
about
is a Patreon
spoof
question.
of
The
Born on
following
the 4th of
question
July
comes
at
to
the
you from Patreon
Oscars,
supporter Jake
and that's when Matt
Hammond.
Dillon calls
So
out
thank you,
Kevin
Jake, for
Kline
supporting
as
the
gay.
show.
It might have been
The category
nominated, but it doesn't
is
mean it was nominated for
comedies.
Best Picture.
That's
What
true.
comedy legend starred as Cardinal Glick in Kevin Smith's Dogma?
Cardinal Glick?
Yeah.
Brown here. 5,
I don't remember his name.
Bless his clips.
1. Drew.
That would be George Carlin.
That's
right.
Correct. And
Yeah.
Bibbs.
That would also be George Carlin.
Oh, so
All right.
Bibbs gets it. Bibbs only missed one. Continuing down
Nice round.
Is he the one that
William
has his
Bibbiani
hair
has
in a
proven that
ponytail?
he is one of the best in the
Like,
first
it's
round.
like
and has
almost
second. It's the
gone.
third round that we're
Willie
going to find
Nelson.
out if he comes to play, and he can hear
Screw
me.
you
So
too, Christian.
Well, like Chris
Screw you too.
I mean, he's had longer
Normally in
hair, but
sports,
he's not.
I'll have to show you a picture of it because I'm
but
not.
this is different.
He's the
Here we
he's
go.
the hitchhiker and
Round number
Janice
2.
Bob Strike
The
Back.
wheel will come out. The
can't put
competitors
a
will
picture-
spin
a
the
face.
wheel. They can choose
a little
to spin
before
away
your
from the
time.
first
He was a
category
very
if they don't like it.
great
Unless, of course, it lands on
stand-up
opponent's
comedian.
Choice.
Putting that pressure on your opponent. That's something I like going first.
Bibbiani is great at that. He has been notoriously amazing in both the first and second round. So can he
Does
deliver? on the second?
the reverse spin. It's how he used to throw lawn jarts before they were made illegal.
Lawn
Before
jarts?
guns.
Oh, look, and it worked again for him. It
Spinner's
worked for him.
choice.
He did it. What's he going to
As
get
always,
here? What do you
man.
go for? You're going for
Or-
more, all right? I'll
or.
ask the questions in the realm of
Good,
horror.
because he's harder on you than he is me.
This is the truth. Okay. Bibbs, you got 4 questions in the realm of horror.
What?
Question 1. A businesswoman is pursued by a psychopath after being locked in a parking garage on Christmas Eve in what 2007 film?
24?
It's P2.
That's
P-
2 points
just
for
P2?
Bibbs.
Damn it.
Question
Should've stopped
I
at 2.
totally forgot about that movie.
2001's The Others is set following the end of which war?
World War One?
Yeah, wasn't this already in there?
World War One?
It's incorrect.
It's the Civil War.
Incorrect. Nope. World War II.
Nope.
World War II.
All right.
So
No, the
they
question they had
still
before
a
was
chance
what
there.
disease?
Question 3.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Whose directorial debut was the original The Last House on the Left?
Wes Craven.
2 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that makes sense.
In 1999's Stir of Echoes, Olivia Douglas hypnotizes her brother-in-law,
Kevin Bacon?
Tom, played by whom?
It's
Kevin
Ileana
Bacon.
Douglas, and she hypnotizes Kevin Bacon.
You son of a bitch. 2 points is correct. All right, so it is 13-5 as now
This is a
Drew
weird
gets
movie.
to go here. Spin the wheel, Drew, and let's see what Drew can get. He needs to catch up. Bibbiani, again, does what he does. He has a nice second round, has a great first round. Gets
I
himself
remember the
an
trailer.
8-point lead
They
here.
used
Guys
Painted Black in the
category.
song.
Only missed
That's
one.
the
Good.
trailer
You
song.
know Drew's looking for 80s here.
Spin is in, spin is in there. Solid
They did give
spin.
up
I love
some,
that rotation.
questions,
round
though.
and round it goes, making me
Points
dizzy.
wise.
We got to trademark that
Hypnotized.
spin is in thing. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Where's it going? Oh, he might hit it. He might hit it. Oh, Westerns.
Westerns.
Good at everything, right?
He's not too bad.
I
Actually,
don't
he's
know.
not that bad.
Look at that beard. That looks like a good Western beard.
You're gonna go
He's
for
gonna
it.
stick
He's
with it.
going for it. All right. Westerns.
I feel
here we
like
go here with
he's
Drew
probably one of the
McWeeny.
only people that look at it and
Alright.
be like, all right, like he could do any
Drew,
of the stuff
4
that's on
questions in this category.
Yeehaw.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Mother.
What classic American actor, most well known for his heroic roles, played the villain in Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in the West?
Henry Fonda.
That's correct.
Henry
0
Fonda.
points.
There you go.
That one.
I've only seen that movie once.
Clint Eastwood plays a
Barely.
former lawman
Yeah.
who hunts
Yeah.
down the men who left him to die after accusing him of rustling a herd of cattle in what 1960s Western?
That would be Hang 'em High.
That's correct. 2 more points.
There you go.
All right. We have got third question here. Third question. John Wayne teams up with what Hollywood legend to steal a large shipment of gold in 1967's The War Wagon?
I'm going to go for multiple choice.
A. Dean Martin. B. Kirk Douglas. C. Jimmy Stewart.
Paul
D.
Newman.
Paul Newman.
Yeah, Paul Newman. Sure, why not?
I'm guessing. I'm gonna go Paul Newman.
5, 4, 3.
I'm going to go for B.
2.
That's correct. Kirk Douglas. 1 point.
Wow.
Final question here in this round. What actor starred as the title character in the 1966 spaghetti western Django and also made a cameo appearance in Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained?
The man, Franco Nero.
That is correct.
And
2
look
points.
at that. Drew McWeeny within 1. And this is what we were hoping to get. Round number 3.
All right, we're going to crowdsource this. What number should I pick?
4.
4. We heard a 4.
All right.
A 5.
4.
3.
5.
7.
4, 5, and 7. He's
Drew.
got no one to blame but the
I'm going to
audience.
do 9,
Right.
3, and 12.
9, 3, and 12. All right, so Drew's going to try to take the lead here with the first question. Ken, go.
All right, your first question. You chose number 9. Your 2-point question will be in the category of classics. Classics, something you've shown a strength of in before.
Yes.
2 points. Name the 1962 movie with the following characters: Prince Faisal, Sheriff Ali, and Auda Albi Tai.
It's Auda Abutai, and he is a river to his people in Lawrence of Arabia.
There you go, 2 points.
Correcting me, that's I take that correction.
You
I'm
should.
learning from a master.
That's right. Drew McWeeny goes up here, and now we get to
Abagnale?
who has now
It's Abagnale.
picked number
10.
4, and that's
I'm
Disaster
still
Film.
lost.
Which year saw the release of the Disaster Film? 2012.
2012. I don't know.
2011.
It's
2012?
I think it was 2010.
The film 2012 came out in which year?
2012?
Oh, that is incorrect. 2009. 2009.
Yeah.
It was
It
a
a few
warning.
years earlier.
It was a warning
I
for
was just-
mankind.
I figured it was
Are you
the
challenging
year
that
later,
question?
but, it'd
No,
be
not
funny if it
challenging
was
anything.
2000.
It's just a stupid.
It's
a stupid thing.
It's a stupid
Stupid thing.
All right, so
You can see where I was coming from.
now we get to your number 5. Your number 5, 90s movies. 90s movies. Okay. In 1994's The Pagemaster, young Richard befriends 3 anthropomorphic books. Name one of the 3 that he befriends.
Horror.
Horror.
The name of the book, not the actors.
The type of book.
Horror.
Adventure.
That's one. He's a horror, adventure, or fantasy. He got it for 3 points. Now we bounce back to
Voiced by the great Patrick Stewart.
Whoopi Goldberg
All right,
was
Drew,
fantasy.
for your 3-point question, you chose the number 3. Number 3, that corresponds to the category of Oscar movies. 3 points coming in. Stanley Kubrick has been nominated for Best Director 4 times. Name 2 of the movies he was nominated
Eyes Wide
for.
Shut and some other movie.
I don't know if he was nominated for Eyes Wide Shut. I'd say 2001.
Blind Spot. I'm going to go for
2001 and
Clockwork Orange.
Maybe.
And 2001.
That is correct.
Ah,
that is
Drew
correct.
taking the lead. So we come down to the 5-pointer for Bibbiani
'cause
once
he
again in
died
the 3rd
before
round.
Eyes Wide Shut
If
was
he
finished.
hits it, it bounces
Did he?
back to
Yeah.
Drew, who has a chance to win it. But if he misses it, Drew McWeeny will beat Bibbiani. Here we go. Bibbs, number 7. Number 7 is what
I forgot
you picked.
about 2001 in my head.
5-pointer here in the realm of biopics. Biopics. Which Oscar-winning actor played Russian revolutionary Leon Trotsky in Frida? Five,
Gonna go with
3.
Ben Kingsley.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Godfather, Drew McWeeny.
Poor Bibbs, though, man.
It's Jeffrey Rush.
It's just
Jeffrey
piling
Rush.
on him, man.
So Drew does it. Bibbiani can't get past the 3rd round curse again. He started up so strong in that 1st round, the 2nd round, and that 3rd round. was just a hump for poor Bibbs there. But man, what a match. That was everything that I was hoping it would be.
You know, these are, like I said, two titans of two industries. Movie trivia, film journalism, and they showed what they know there. Sometimes you just hit blind spots. Maybe Bibbs, we'll get over, what'd you call it, the hump for Bibbs?
Yeah.
That sounds like a hashtag movement we can all get behind.
He was too quick
I
in that
really
second
respect
round,
both these
too,
guys,
just
but
jumping
Drew,
on the war.
Really laying it down today.
Yeah,
But
all
then
right,
again,
so now
it's
we're
like
going to hear from
any
Emma
war.
Fyfe, who was both
Yeah.
with Drew McWeeny and William Bibbiani.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Emma Fyfe here with the victorious Drew McWeeny.
I thought
Drew,
Emma was
congratulations
wearing,
on your win today, man.
orange.
Thank you.
I'm
very
never
excited.
Listen,
Story for a
William
second.
Viviani is a pretty tough competitor.
He made me sweat.
A
lot.
I mean,
Yep.
and going into round, you got off to a slow start in round one.
I did. I needed to wake up a little, and fear will do that.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. Fear
That'll-
kicked into gear, and then
That will. The adrenaline starts going, and then the brain goes, "Oh yeah, you're actually in front of a camera.
That's
you
true.
might want to do this then."
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you totally crushed that Western category.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
it's,
you.
Oh,
I hate to interrupt. I just want to say, Drew,
Yes, sir.
good game.
Thank
and,
you.
I got you a little something. If you
Oh,
don't mind.
okay.
There you go. Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what this means.
okay. I'd be careful about eating anything that Bibbiani gives you. We all saw what happened to Mark Riley there.
I'll just save this for when I'm
earlier.
playing with my grandkids later.
So yeah. Anyway, so clearly a very well earned victory today, if
Thank
I do
you.
say so myself. Now, what is your plan moving forward? You're somebody who has been a really strong competitor in the Schmoedown, and you and Bibbiani have both had some hiccups on the way to really exploiting your own greatness, and today you took a big step towards that. So what's next?
Well, I will say this. I think that the run that I had in Above the Line with Sam
Yes.
really kind of crystallized some things for me, which is it's more fun to win than to lose. And that's a weird thing that I just realized playing with him. So, yeah, I plan to win this season. So I'm going to be nice about it. I'm going to come and I'm going to have fun with each competitor, but I will crush them one by one.
I see. So, before you get a chance at taking a crack at Sam Levine, if
Sure.
he is in fact still the champion by the time you get through your next competitor, who are you planning on taking on next?
Well, I know March 15th they're doing the big live event, and
They are.
I will be watching because I am very curious. I have never gone up against Roca, and I think that would be a lot of fun. I think Roca is somebody that you kind of have to go up against if you're going to be in the league.
Absolutely.
It's sort of a rite of passage. And on the other hand, if JTE wins, that'll be good because it's
Yeah.
time for me to beat him.
Well, I mean, speaking of, we haven't actually seen you in the Schmoedown since the Spectacular when you and Sam, your partner, tried to take down the Patriots. What's going on with Above the Line? Are you guys still after the Patriots?
Oh, we're just living off all the mad cash we made from that victory and that near victory.
Yes.
It wasn't even, it was just the endorsement deals, really.
Right,
and
right,
so
naturally.
yeah, we've just been in Vegas living it up.
Oh, good.
I figure at some point we'll get back to it. Maybe.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I mean, if you've just been living it up in Vegas,
Yeah.
you probably just have lots of time to
Yeah.
watch movies on your hotel room
Yep.
TVs.
Team Sexy Ass Beard.
All right. Well, excellent. So either JTE or Roca then. Now let me ask you this. We have a match coming up with Sam Levine going
Mm-hmm.
up against Rachel Cushing. What are your thoughts?
Well, look, Sam's my team partner.
course.
And it's ride or die. Like Sam and I, that is a real partnership. I'm never going to roll on that, but I will say this. Rachel Cushing is scary. And Rachel Cushing is a competitor no one should take lightly. She is absolutely to be
Dominates.
feared in this league. So I think Sam is taking it very seriously.
Well, I assume Rachel is as well, and that will certainly be a compelling match to watch in any case. Well, congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you again, Drew. I always love to see you succeed. In
It's
the,
always nice to
Schmoedown
see you,
here.
Emma, and killing it this season.
Well, thank
killing
you.
it.
Thank
All
you
right.
very much. We'll be right back with the Beast, William Bibbiani. And we are back with William the Beast Bibbiani.
Hi.
Now, Bibbs, let me
poor
just say
Bibbs.
something right off the bat. You are one of the best, if not the best, round one competitor in the entire league.
Yeah.
And it just always seems like it's
poor
round
Bibbs.
3 that you get tripped up. You get dealt a bad hand. I mean, this time you even pulled the audience for your numbers.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of theory as to why this may be?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean,
talk.
it was a great match. It was a close match as to be expected. It, of course, came down to the final question. Nobody would have expected it to go any other way, and you had a leg up on Drew McWeeny in round 1, had a great round 2, and then it just, didn't quite go your way.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what's your plan moving forward? You gotta focus more on teams. You got Whitney, you guys are a team, and you did okay when you debuted. I mean, you lost, but it was okay. You still are both know a lot about movies.
Teams.
Okay, maybe gonna make the crossover into a more specialized league, like to maybe take on Inner Geekdom or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a real shame to see you like this, William Bibbiani, because I know you were trying to turn over a new leaf. Focus less on being arrogant and more on showcasing your skills. And again, you never fail to disappoint every single time you compete here in the Schmoedown. You always put up a great fight. And unfortunately, the fighting doesn't seem to be quite enough. Well, do you have any other comments? Future plans? More people you're gonna poison and murder, or well, all right then. My condolences, William Bibbiani. I am sure that we will see you here in the Schmoedown again, even if we're not actually really getting any verbal confirmation from you that is going to be the case. Now back to you, Christian and Ken.
Look, obviously you see McWeeny there. How about McWeeny throwing the challenge down to the winner of JTE or Roca? Whoever wins that match there on March 15th. That's going to be the live event.
That felt
March
very
15th.
stock.
The live event between the main
laugh,
event will be John Roca, Little Evil JTE winner.
It sounds like somebody
Apparently,
made the
challenge is
crowd
out there
laugh
from
over
Drew
something
McWeeny.
else
And on
in
the
the hallway,
undercard, someone that
maybe.
you saw earlier today
But
on this
it
match,
felt like a stock
Josh
laugh.
It was out of
Macuga,
place.
he will be teaming up with his partner, Elliot Dewberry, the Wildberries against the Real Rejects. Look, you hear from Bibbs, and then he's obviously a little disappointed there, too, and Emma kind of threw it. Would we see more in teams? It looks like Bibbs might throw his focus towards teams. He might want to try to come back in singles. Maybe he goes out for Inner Geekdom. Bibbiani it's all it is with Bibbs right now, it's bad luck. Because you look how solid he is as a player. I mean, it's amazing.
Look, I'd never count out Bibbs.
No.
Look what he did today. He killed a man. He's dangerous
Right.
at all
Right.
times. So I never
Killed
count him out.
Riley.
Team singles, he is one of the mainstay players.
No, and don't listen, right now Bibbs stands at 3-4, but there was another player that was 3-4 and went on a huge run and is now the singles champion of the world, and that's Sam Levine. So and he lost his first match of season 4, and went on to have a big run. I still think Bibbs is going to have a big run this season. Look out for him. And guys, that was the match. Thank you so much for both the Patreon match that you saw earlier today between Scarpino and Macuga, the live event that's happening. Become a patron today. There's so much we have going on, and like I mentioned, March 15th, the live event. It is happening at the El Portal Theater. If you are here, if you are in Los Angeles, if you are not, come on, drive over and come see us. It is the first big live event that we're doing. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It was okay calling the match next to you.
Same here.
I don't understand why a grown man smells like tuna fish, but I'm okay with it. We're going to be fine.
Why just say the same?
That's a reference to a movie.
Oh.
2 points if you get it. All right.
All right. That was nice. Bye.
So that was a lot of Schmoedown.
Yes,
I feel really bad for Bibbiani.
I do. But like Christian said, it is just a run of bad luck for him right now. I mean, from our point of view and from actually experience playing against Bibbiani, he is a solid character and a solid competitor in the Schmoedown.
And he does take it to heart when you lose, like the rest of us do.
And it does suck that like people lose. I mean, it is just a game, but at the same time, like a little of you just wants to win,
Right.
But sometimes, like if you lose, you're kind of just like, oh.
I feel like sometimes he just gets a little too quick on the draw, and he needs to think it out a little bit more. And like the 2012 question, I get it, but I mean that one. 2012 is definitely the easiest answer, knowing it did come out ahead of time. I mean, he knows how film works. It's not going to come out in 2012. They came out a little before, but even then, he probably would have got the wrong answer because 2009. Damn, that was a hell of a long time to come out before 2012. So I thought it was like 10, 11 at the latest. But either way, congratulations to Drew McWeeny. He definitely put in his all in this one. Westerns, man.
McWeeny is definitely a competitor in this league, and I can't wait to see who he goes up against. I would like to see him go up against Rachel.
Right. But, I mean, between JTE and Roca, we've seen what happened with JTE.
I know, I'm excited. Like, if Roca... I would like to see him go up against Roca. I mean, we've already seen him go up against JTE.
Right.
And I want to see him go up against somebody who he hasn't gone up against before, which is Roca. So whoever wins that match...
Yeah. And him and Roca are very well-rounded when it comes to the Westerns, the biopics, as Mark would say, the Oscar fare. I mean, they know that stuff, the classics, pretty well. So... they would be a well-rounded team, or at least, competitors in that match. So we'll see however it pans out after March 15th. But either way, thank you guys for watching our double dose of reactions to the Schmoedown. What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. You could also like, subscribe.
And you do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kick into the party, fuel the party, keep the party going at our Patreon. Gets us where we need to go, like Collider video. Christian made the announcement, Free For All is coming. There's going to be more than 35 competitors.
Maybe.
That sounds overwhelming, but... man, whoever comes out of that big giant battle royale will end up being the champion of all champions to go on to face a possible champion. So we shall see how that pans out. Thank you guys so much. Check out our review that we just did for Annihilation, available on our channel now. And that's it.
Now it's time
to say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Party's over.